Tonight on Chronicle, grab a bib and plenty of butter. Why the lobster bake at Purity Spring Resort is a not-to-be-missed family tradition.
It's something different, you know, and for a lot of the people, lobster is a meal they don't normally get. You know, an awful lot of our summer guests are from outside of New England, and so lobster becomes a real specialty, and I think that's a good part of it.
Beyond the bricks and mortar, how they're breathing new life into Manchester's old mills.
You still have your function, so people can work, but what you do is you give them a character so that the people aren't just hanging their hat and working in a cubicle. You give them something more to deal with. It's more of an experience.
Plus, Fritz Weatherby's New Hampshire.
Right here is where the Lone Star Ranch used to be. I'll tell you the story on New Hampshire Chronicle.
That's next on Chronicle.
Well, what's a ball game without a dog and a brew? Not much of a ball game, I think.
But have no fear. If you venture out to merchantsauto.com Stadium in Manchester to see our AA heroes, the New Hampshire Fisher Cats, play ball, you have a brand new way to put on the feed bag.
That's right. This is Sam Adams Bar and Grill, recently added to the left field area. You can actually sit here, relax, enjoy a beverage, maybe even catch a home run ball if you like.
It is the perfect summer outing. Want another?
One can never be too perfect, you know that.
Well, for 5 generations, the Hoyt family has been showing vacationers the Mount Washington Valley a great time.
Now, every summer, the Purity Spring Resort in East Madison welcomes dozens of families, and some of them have been visiting each summer for generations themselves.
One of the highlights for the trip for many of the guests is the midweek lobster bake and barbecue dinner.
Set on the shores of Purity Pond, this feast does more than just fill the stomach. It fills the spirit with a reminder of how important family time really is.
Can I help you?
All right.
Purity Spring Resort is a family destination resort.
Stephen Hoyt and his relatives have been running the Purity Spring Resort in East Madison for generations, and they never get tired of treating guests like members of their own family.
Many of our guests have been coming back year after year. We have guests that have been with us for 50 years or more. Many of the guests here this week have been here for at least 5 years, many of them 10 years, and they're just coming back year after year, bringing their children with them and their children's children with them.
I mean, I have families that talk to me that, family from New Jersey a few years ago, I think they had 4 kids, you know, ages 10 to 16 maybe. And I told them, we can go to Disney World or we can go back to Purity this summer. We can't do both, and they chose us.
That devotion is evident as families turn out for what many say is the highlight of the week, the Thursday night lobster bake and barbecue.
Well, our lobster bake, it's every Thursday night during the summer months we get out and steam lobsters, steam corn, do a steak cookout, barbecue chicken.
I think it's the idea that it's an outdoor barbecue, I think, is, it's something different. And for a lot of the people, lobster is a meal they don't normally get. An awful lot of our summer guests are from outside of New England. And so lobster becomes a real specialty, and I think that's a good part of it.
David Lindsay has been coming to lobster bakes here for decades.
I have a picture that I took of, or my father-in-law took of Fran Hoyt sitting with some guests at the table back in 1962, so we know it at least goes back to then. And the lobster cookout was really one of the fun nights because we could gather over here, and it was, again, you didn't worry about the kids spilling on the floor and spilling melted butter on their clothes. They're in their bathing suits, and it was just a fun time. When they ate, they finished, and they ran off and went back swimming again. Food is terrific. It's a fun sitting around the table and enjoying. Bob's always been the greatest cook and serves up everything so well, just the way you want it.
You're waiting for steak. That's what I thought. Let's try that one. I'm probably, depends on how you count it. I consider myself 3rd generation, but 4th generation if you count my great-grandfather who bought the property.
Bob does all the cooking and talks about why his resort is such a draw.
Most people are here for 5 to 7 days, and they just meet other families, and it's a full destination resort. You arrive, most people park their car for the week or however long they're here. And there's enough program and activities to keep them happy and busy, and enough friends, and a lot of them come back for that. They meet people here and they want to come back year after year and see those same kids and families. And it's a tradition from a lot of families.
Part of that tradition also has to do with tie-dye shirts. Many guests wear the shirts to the lobster bake, and that's not just a coincidence.
We've got professional tie-dye kits that allow them to get the really vibrant colors. We even show them how to do the swirls or the zigzags, the lightning bolts, the heart. I mean, all sorts of different patterns with their tie-dye. And the guests will bake them on Wednesday, and we'll set them overnight. We then launder them for them so they get a nice, clean, ready-to-wear shirt. And Thursday, when they come back from their canoe trip, put them on and enjoy lobster in a tie-dye shirt. All the kids will wear their shirts, the parents will wear their shirts, and they really enjoy taking a family picture. You know, we've had even some Christmas cards come back from families with their tie-dye shirts from Thursday night cookout.
Jump back in line. Delicious. Very good.
The Thursday night cookout is not the only special meal they serve here. Every Monday they do an early morning breakfast with everything cooked on an open fire.
Good morning, enjoy. Would you like one?
We've been doing this for many years. Every Monday morning, they come out and they enjoy eggs and bacon over the open fire. Nothing like eggs and bacon on the open fire, so something we will continue doing for many years.
Our cookouts are maybe not our only signature thing, but it's not many businesses do them, you know, and it's very popular.
Very popular. Just like the Purity Spring Resort itself. Just ask John Newt. He's been an employee for more than 60 years.
Well, I came in 1944 during World War II to do something for the war effort, because at the boys' camp we grew beans. And we harvested them, and we had one year 8 tons of beans. So that was my start, and I've been here since 1944 in some capacity.
John gets emotional as he talks about why he's stayed for so long.
Working with the Hoyts. Just that simple. I've never felt I worked for them, I always worked with them. And I think there's a difference. I mean, it's like my other family.
Like for John, the place is also a second home for dozens of families from around New England.
I love it. I would have trouble working at a hotel that was just total turnover, new people, different people every week. You know, I look forward to families coming back. And you look through the arrival list, oh, gee, so-and-so's coming back this week, and it's great. And so you really do. You get to be friends with your guests. And I think that makes a big difference, too. I think the biggest part is the other families and the fact that it is family-owned, too. Because they come back, you know, for part of that reason as well.